The value for an accountant is really about the fact that depreciation means more money for property investors, and if their clients are doing a tax return, they're coming to their accountant to help them to maximise their returns, make sure they put in an ATO compliant tax return, and if they're an investor, they're investing in that property to make money now and in the future, and depreciation just really helps that cash flow. I think one of the most common misconceptions is that old property doesn't get depreciation. Now, older property doesn't get as much depreciation, but it does get some depreciation, and it runs out a bit quicker, but there is definitely some dollars available in old properties. Old properties, we still find plant and equipment items and some renovations that may have been done by previous owners, and anyone who buys a property that is old, we'll have a look at it and see what sort of deductions might be there, and there's usually some money available to them still. I guess one of the fears of an investor is they're going to spend some money and not get any back, and knowing that the depreciation is worthwhile is very important before you engage the quantity surveyor to go and do this depreciation schedule. We have calculators available on the website that are really easy to use and identify how much deduction might be there before you go ahead. But further to that, with a few questions about your property, maybe even some photos, we'll be able to have a quick look at that and say, yes, we think we're going to get enough deductions out of this property before we go ahead and actually do the report. And once we have a look at that, if we can't find at least twice the deductions in the first year of what the fee is, then we'll give the money back to the client. So there's really no risk for them in asking a few questions. We'll tell them if we think it's worth it. If we do, we'll back ourselves from there. As a quantity surveyor, we work alongside the accountant to help maximise the client's returns. Now, for the accountant, the risk in trying to estimate these deductions when they don't really have the necessary skills to estimate construction costs, the quantity surveyor is recognised by the tax office to estimate the construction costs of a building for the purpose of depreciation. So it's really about compliance. We'll provide a report that will be ATO compliant. We know the rules, we know exactly what we're able to do, and they'll also accept those costings. But it also comes down to the fact that we will go and maximise that deduction. We will visit the property. The accountant won't normally visit the property, but we will go out there, we'll have a look at it, we'll identify everything we can and apply all the rules to maximise that deduction. So it's about ATO compliance, and it's about getting as much money as we can for that client that will stack up in the case of an audit. Well, the process is simple. Firstly, we want to talk to the client about their property, and we want to make sure that it's going to be worth doing. So with those few questions, we want to identify that we're going to get them some money. Now, if they've been missing out, we want to go back and be able to help you to find some of those deductions from the past, because they can amend pretty easily 2 years of their tax returns. Once we identify it is worth it, see if we can get them some money, then we'll go out to site. We organise that with the property manager, a time that's convenient with the tenant. We have a look through the property, do an inspection of the property. From there, we'll talk to the councils, we'll gather all the information, we make it really simple for the client so that we need obviously the address of the property and a few details, and we'll go and do the rest from there, prepare the report, help them to save those dollars and get some deductions for them.